Hello, hello, hello. So today I wanted to talk about our emotions and how we are basically walking around, most of us, like children, because we've never been taught how to feel our emotions. We've never been told that it's okay. And we have all of this pent up stuff inside of our bodies that we've never released. So many of us come from reaction instead of responding. Until we've really done this work, until we've allowed our emotions to voice themselves because they were never allowed to voice themselves. Now they can release out of the fascia, out of your body, out of your muscles and tissues. But that also means that the reaction isn't there, that charge isn't there anymore because you're actually listening to yourself. You're listening to your emotions, you're listening to what's right, what's for you, what's wrong for you, where your boundaries are. Which also means then you can lead your life to the life you're truly here to be and to the life you're truly here to live and the person you're truly here to be when you're not walking around like yeah, just like maybe a jack in a box, one little prod and you might go, ah! I mean, I know I used to be like that hugely with anger. I was suppressing so much and I was trying to protect myself so much. I became really hard. And it's really hard to get like anywhere near my vulnerability because I was trying to keep myself so safe. But with that hard outer shell, it also means that love can't get in and out as well. Those softer, more nurturing emotions. Um, so there was me trying to protect myself from being hurt again when realizing later on through my journey that I was the one that kept hurting myself because I was the one that kept repeating the same patterns that kept me in the same place. So when we can be open enough and brave enough to look at ourselves, look inside, revisit sometimes those uncomfortable experiences we had, get to a place where we can give that love, light, forgiveness, and compassion. Um, and also coming to a place where if people have wronged you or hurt you, realizing that that's because they're hurting themselves. And when we can come at it from that place, it doesn't mean what they've done is okay. And it does not mean that you need to let them back in your life or, a lot, depending on where your boundary is with that. Sometimes you just need to say goodbye, but I do forgive you. And, thank you for the lesson. And other times it might be just putting a boundary in place with how long you spend with somebody. But really finding that discernment of this is what I need, this is what's right for me. Um, and coming from that responding place, not reactive place. And it can be difficult, going through these changes and these shifts and realizing that you might be living a life that hasn't been fulfilling you, that isn't lighting you up. You need to go through this like shedding and realizing that, okay, so maybe that person isn't right for me. Maybe this place isn't right for me. Maybe what I've been doing for work or, my hobbies or something I've been doing because I thought that's what I was meant to do. Maybe that isn't right for me. And then there's this stage of feeling maybe a little bit lonely, a little bit like, oh, what am I doing? Is this the right thing? Because it's the unknown, because it's uncomfortable, and because it doesn't always feel good trying to get to a more balanced, wholesome, healthy place for yourself. Because you're picking, choosing different things, you're choosing a different way, you're becoming somebody who you've always been. You're pulling back the layers that have been covering that person. Even if those layers are ingrained in you, they've been with you for a long time, they're comfortable, even if they're not healthy for you. Even if even if it's not letting you be who you completely are, they're comfortable. So you cling to them. Your mind clings to it, your ego clings to it because it's what you know. But growth, really coming to a place where you are yourself fully from your heart and living a life that lights you up, means that sometimes you need to go through uncomfortable moments until it becomes the normal again, or your new normal. And that's why I really struggled for many years in the past, because I'd get to a place and I'd be like, well, this feels too uncomfortable. I'm losing all my friends. I don't have anyone around me. And then I would go back to drink, drugs, trying to fill the void. Or maybe I'll just go back to a friend that wasn't good for me, who then I then spiraled into the not very healthy habits and addictions that I used to do. But I got to a place in my life